Welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic. And I know what you're thinking. Wow, you guys are lazy. You ain't even using a green screen. You ain't even doing nothing. But, well, that's DJ's fault because he's lazy. But no, it's not. It's not. Normally I would blame him, but I'm not. We're just
Because
coming
it's your
on.
fault. You can't blame me for something that's your fault.
I mean, that is true. That is. I can blame you for whatever I want. But anyway, we're coming on. This story is a little bit late. We found out, I think it came out yesterday because it happened Thursday. But Jerry the King Lawler has been suspended indefinitely for a domestic abuse arrest, I guess, happened Thursday. I was reading, let me try to read this article again. Um, him and his fiance, I think, is it Lauren McBride? Yep, Lauren McBride. They were
What's she like
both,
21? She's younger than you.
yeah, yeah. They were both booked into the Shelby County Jail early Friday after describing separate accounts, I guess. I don't exactly know what happened. I didn't read much into the whole story because I mean I don't know. Part of me wants to know, and part of me like wants the king to be the king that I grew up with, and I don't want to think about you know his personal life and just domestic violence and things like that. I want him to be the you know perverted heel slash face dude at commentary. But I mean, this is a big story. We've had suspensions recently. Most of them have been because of the health violations, the WWE health code. But this one is a domestic abuse arrest, and I guess he's had issues in the past. I know there's been other issues. I think this, if they still get married, which I don't know, but I think this is like will be his third or fourth marriage. So I mean, I don't know. I don't want to read too much into a domestic abuse or domestic violence charge, just because there are two sides to every story. You don't really know what happened. Couples get into fights all the time, and sometimes they do get out of hand, but it doesn't necessarily mean that one or the other is really a bad person. But anyway, we wanted to come on and kind of give our thoughts on it, just because it is a little bit of a different suspension. First of all, it's not a in-ring performer. It's one of the commentary team, but it's one of the commentary team that's kind of, been there forever. I mean, I feel like if this was like Byron Saxton or something, I feel like he would have just been fired. But seeing that it's Jerry Lawler, he was suspended indefinitely. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this, but DJ, did you have any thoughts on it initially?
So a little bit more details into the story as I'm reading this article now. Apparently, the argument was about lying over where she had been or something. It says McBride allegedly scratched him on the face, threw a candle at him, and kicked him in the groin. Now, you ain't got to kick nobody in the ding ding now. That's a little bit of a low blow. No. But I don't know. It's definitely a story. Um, it's hard to because you do look at these guys in a certain like light, like certain like rose-colored glasses type of a light, where it's just like oh, they're perfect, and to a certain degree they are humans as well. And you know I don't know, obviously, like you said, we don't know every side of the story. We don't know what's true, what's not true. They both got arrested, so they both had some sort of part in it. And I think when you think of um, domestic dispute, domestic violence, especially, you more so think of like man. on woman, maybe even Ray Rice elevator video or something. That's about what you think about it when you hear it. But that's not necessarily always the case. Domestic violence could be the other way around as much as we don't think of it in that fashion. If I'm not mistaken, it can be the other way around and still be called domestic, abuse, domestic violence, or whatever. Um, I don't know. It's just it is it goes both ways. The definition of it is violent or aggressive behavior within the home, typically involving a violent abuse of the spouse or partner. So getting you the facts. I just want you to know the facts before throw. Anyway, I don't know. It can go both ways. Apparently, she did something, and still you can't. You still have to defend yourself to a certain degree. Now, I don't know what defending himself was, in this aspect, but I don't know. I think you look at it and you're like, well, that's crazy. Because I mean, King's been in things before. He has a history. I don't know if it's necessarily domestic violence is in his history, but he definitely has a history of getting in trouble in small legal matters. I don't know. I think it is to a certain degree, as far as his career is concerned, it's kind of unfortunate because he was getting back to his like prime. It felt like he was getting back to where he was comfortable, as a heel announcer on SmackDown. Because he actually, as a heel announcer, he's really good. As a face announcer, he's really cheesy. But as a heel announcer, even if he is still cheesy, he does a really good job. And I think, as unfortunate as it is, to see something like this could, and these suspensions and whatnot always give other people a chance. So, as far as a replacement for him, maybe for SmackDown, Corey Graves, Corey Graves. That could be a really good one. Think about him and Morrow, teaming up. But I don't know. It's crazy to think about because like you said, you want to see these guys in that like, oh, what I saw as a kid or what I saw when I was younger per se. You want to see those guys as that person, and it doesn't always turn out that way. And we also have to remember these guys have personal lives as well. That to a certain degree, when you're a celebrity, gets a little bit more blown up than like my personal life would. Or well, I'm famous. No, but like then Justin's personal life would. It's a little bit different than that. Um, and that's because you never know the truth to the story, especially when it's a celebrity story. It's kind of hard to know the truth because stuff gets blown up all the time. And she is really young. She is 27. This man is 66 years old, bruh, bruh. I think this like his like eighth wife or something. So I don't know. Obviously he hasn't been the greatest at relationships, as we can see. But you know, I'm just hoping because you never know really what it is. A lot of times, you look to give that person a second chance, right? And that's kind of, or third or fourth or fifth or sixth. No, but I mean, I do. I mean, I hope it was maybe it was just like an argument that just turned into something a little bit more. Because I guess there could be verbal violence, right? Now I'm just making up stuff at this point, but I get it could be that it could have been something where he said something she ain't like, and it got drawn out of proportion or something. But you never know. I mean, I'm not trying to take up for him by any means. Trust me, I'm not trying to take up for him by any means. I'm just wondering, you kind of want to know the whole story because it's only been out for a couple of days. They probably haven't really looked into it too terribly much, so far. So I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see who's going to get a chance off of this, because usually when something like this happens, that's when other people get a chance. When Connor got suspended, Victor. Oh wait. I'm sometimes.
When Adam Rose got suspended, the wait, no, that didn't happen either.
You know, I mean, see, when Stone Cold got suspended back in the Al Snow. Oh, okay. See, I'm hoping this does allow, because a lot of times to break into the commentary realm, you do have to have that chance, and something like unfortunate sometimes has to happen for you to get that chance. But I mean, I'm just hoping that Ken can get his life back where it needs to be. He and his fiance, with whatever the issues they're having. You never want to see a family break apart over something like this. So apparently there was like intoxication. Probably by the liquids. So you never know. I don't know. I just don't know what to say. I could say I'm speechless, but I said a lot, so I can't say that because that'd be a lie.
You a liar. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're trying to stay as, I guess, impartial as we can, and kind of, which we want to be anyway. But there's so many factors. I mean, and not not trying to say, oh, they're celebrities or they're famous, so they get special treatment. But you do have to look at more aspects, because there is a lot of stress in the business, just with traveling and everything. So that could have been part of it, just the stress on everybody.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
that goes both ways too. She's probably stressed because she barely gets to see the man. Um,
yeah. I mean, she probably has daddy issues, so that's why she be trying to marry a 66-year-old man.
nah,
I'm sorry.
bruh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nah, bruh.
Nah, bro.
Nah.
Yeah. I mean, what you need to do, you need to get you a man like Pepper Parks. Oh wait, no, he need money too. Never letting it go ever. Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much. We didn't want to make a super long video, but we wanted to come on and kind of give our thoughts on it, just because I, this is gonna go to an old joke with me because I'm old, but I did grow up with Jerry the King Lawler always being on the commentary team. So it's gonna be weird because I don't remember really any long period of time where Jerry's not been there. I mean, there was, when he had his heart attack, but even then, he wasn't really out for a super long time. It didn't feel like.
And I'm sure some people are like, hasn't he been gone for like 3 years? And no, he's been on SmackDown. For those of you who don't watch SmackDown, because some people just don't watch SmackDown. Yeah, he's on SmackDown now. Him and Byron Saxton. Byron Saxton just gets every chance ever. He's on Raw, SmackDown. I think he called my match when I.
But I mean, he's on the pay-per-views too. So I mean, I mean, if you have the WWE Network, you can see him on there for $9.99 a month. But yeah, it's just gonna be weird. But I guess eventually, he's gonna have to retire anyway. So I guess, well, this is gonna be kind of a
Well,
test
I don't know
period
if this
for
is
us.
this is the way
To
we wanted to. We I don't know if this is the way we wanted to see the man retire, or the way he might have
this
wanted. I
way,
don't think.
not this way. But yeah, so that's we were, and in a way, at least we got a video out, because there was like 3 days where we were like, we were confused. We thought we were supposed to be doing a video, but we weren't, because we had everything all done, and it was weird. So, and Money in the Bank 2012 will be happening in 2017. So look out for that. Look out for that, Justin. Look out for that one. And Money in the Bank 2016 will be tomorrow. And we're excited and pumped and ready and willing and Gable and WWE. If you need 2 extra commentators for Money in the Bank, if you need that, we'll do it. We will do it. I don't know, for free, but we will do it. We're available. I mean, we just gonna need a plane ticket, and maybe like a hotel. maybe.
You know what? You know what? WWE, I got you. You can pay me. The plane ticket, hotel. That'd be great. That'd be great. You can pay me with a date with JoJo. I will take that. I will take that. I will pay for it though. I'll pay for it. You just gotta, get the ball rolling. Because she notices me. At the corner. It's out the corner though.
I mean, but did you watch the 1 year special episode of Up Up Down Down? The girl ate flow cake. She ate cake off the floor, and you on that? She ate cake off the floor. I'm just throwing that out there. She ate cake off the floor. You didn't see, my girl Sasha Banks come in there, eat cake off the floor. That's right, because she go to catering. She get cake that's not on the floor. But, JoJo, she eats cake off the floor. That is disgusting if you ask me. But, I mean, hey, you get that date. You get that. She's just going to want to eat stuff off the floor, though. So that's going to be kind of weird on a date. But anyway, follow the podcast, and you'll see more shenanigans with JoJo eating cake off the floor. And follow the Twitter. And like the videos and watch other videos on the channel. If it pops up on the side with another video from the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, click on it and watch it. And then another one's going to pop up. You click that one, you watch it. And then pretty soon you get into it and you binge watch the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. And then you're like, you know what? I want more. I want more. And we give you more. We give you more on a weekly basis, okay, well, not on a daily basis, but, we got to have other stuff to do, too. Like he got to, well, I mean, he doesn't have to go to work because he doesn't have a job yet because he's lazy. But I got to go to work, and I got to eat, and I got to go potty and do all that stuff. So, every couple of days, we're going to have stuff out for you. But we will see you on the flippity dippity. Also, tell DJ to get a job.